Hey, disc golf fans. Welcome to a segment we're calling
Hey, what's in the bag?
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Derek Shaffer. I figure I'd make a quick in the bag video, help out my friends at the Center County Disc Golf Association. If you're not already subscribed to the page, give it a subscribe. You can, when you're passing through Center County, if you live in Center County, you can get a better idea of what's available for your recreation, especially with disc golf. See what people recommend to carry in your bag for these courses, see what people recommend for shot types for different holes on different courses around the area. It just really gives you a better idea going in. You know, most of us aren't pros, so we're not scouting out courses. You show up, you want to play your best game. We're trying to help you with that. You can also reach out to us. Maybe we can come out and play with you for the round, help you around the course. Also, we have league nights, Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings most weeks throughout the summer. Right now that's kind of off because a lot of the lockdown stuff. But you can follow the Facebook page, the CCDGA Facebook page, and they'll give you updates there as to if we're playing and what times and what courses. So we'll just jump right in here. What's in my bag? What do I carry to play these courses in Center County? First and foremost, I always bring, sunglasses because sometimes it's sunny out. I bring a hat because sometimes it's hot out, and then I can keep my hair out of my eyes, or I keep the sun out of my eyes, whatever I need. Quite often, especially recently, we've been playing by ourselves. Lots of times I hit the course by myself to or from work, so I carry a Bluetooth speaker to keep myself, give myself company while I'm playing rounds. I carry 2 towels right now. I carry one golf towel to wipe my discs off, and I also carry a fly towel to warm up with that has a Thunderbird fob. I highly recommend these towels. I'm not sponsored or anything. Wish I was, but I'm not. But they're really nice to warm up with. They give you an idea for how good your snap is right now, and let you warm up your muscles and your shoulder and your through your turn without losing discs or having to pick up discs. I also always keep a chisel tip Sharpie because I like them the most, and then if you find discs or if you need to mark discs before you throw them into the weeds or whatever, then you have it. So we'll just jump right into the discs. First we'll start with putters, and actually I'll start with the Superclass disc. I really like the Makini. People don't really like the Superclass discs, but they are PDGA approved. I find it skips out of the basket a lot when I actually flash the chains with it. But I do like it for playing catch and warming up like I do with my fly towel. Next, for throwing putters, I have this Nova. My brother did the artwork on this, nice Penn State symbol on a blue disc. It goes right along with the Center County theme, Penn State grad times 2, maybe 3 in the future as a grad student. So we'll see how the trend keeps going, but I really like the Nova for flip-up drives, for working in the woods, for short upshots, things like that. The rubber edge really catches the ground and the chains. I've had a couple throw-ins with this from further out. Nice disc to have for straight shots and for turnovers. As far as putting putters go, I putt with McPro AVRs. I'm not necessarily one of those people that needs to putt with a McPro AVR, but I do like the extra stiff plastic that the McPro plastic offers. It's similar to like KC Pro plastic, and I would recommend that plastic. It's nice and stiff and firm. And then we can jump into more throwing mid-ranges and putters. So first I have a Discraft Zone, an ESP plastic. It's dumpier, it's flat, it's just like all the other forehand throwing putters that are out right now. The Tactic that just came out. The Harp's a little bit deeper than this. The Rat, I think, is similar to this. I've never actually thrown one of those, but they're all in that same class. The nice flat forehand 4-speed putters. I almost consider it more of a mid-range than a putt and approach, but it says putt and approach on the disc, so I guess I call it a throwing putter. I like this for headwind shots. When I don't want to go to my Nova, I can throw this. It'll stay pretty straight for a while before fading out nice to the left for right-hand throwers. I also like it for little forehand shots, but I don't throw it that often. I'm not reliant on my forehand putter game. Next, we can go to the mid-ranges. First, I have a Mako 3 that's very understable to flat. I like this for just absolutely dead straight shots. Again, I don't throw mid-ranges a lot, So I have one for just about every shot, but you won't see them come out of the bag very often. KC Pro Rock, it's pretty beat in. I got it used. I like it for flip up to absolutely flat, but it fades back a little bit, which the Mako 3 does not. I have a Rock X3 with a cool misprint American flag stamp on it. I really like this disc for, hyzer, short hyzer upshots, short hyzer drives, I guess, too, like at Circleville. I like the feel of this plastic. It's a little softer than some of the other Champion than like the Mako 3 actually is, but it's not quite gummy. I have another Rock 3 that's gummy and I don't like it as much. The last mid-range I have is a Lucid EMAC Truth. I really like this disc for driving. It gives you the big disc feeling of a mid-range, but it flies just a little bit faster. It's more like a 6 or a 7, honestly, than the 5 that it's marked at. So I would suggest this for nice straight drives. I can absolutely torque on this thing. It'll just go dead straight for a long time, maybe even like 280, 300 feet for me. And then just maybe a little bit of forward fade, but mostly straight. And then we can get into understable control drivers. First and foremost, I have this disc. I don't even really know what it is. My speculation is that it's a Mantis, an understable Mantis, but it's super flippy. I have it in there for rollers. It doesn't come out very often. I don't throw that many rollers. The next disc I have is a Paul Macbeth 5-time Fender SS. Very nice rainbow claw stamp. I love this disc. I use it for turnovers. I find it actually, I also have a heat in here, but I find it less stable in a heat, although it's one speed faster. I think the rim's just a little bigger. Of my overstable control drivers, first I have a green Metal Flake T-Bird 3. I really like this for forehand rollers that'll flip up and ride dead straight and then maybe curl left. I also like it for backhands that'll go pretty straight with some penetrating fade at the end without a whole lot of lofty glide. I also have two Thunderbirds. I use the Champ Metal Flake for backhands and the Cooling Star Thunderbird for forehands. I really like the feel of this Star plastic for forehands. It's not slick, it's nice and grippy, which gives you a lot of torque. And I really like the stamp and the color of this plastic. So I almost use it purely for forehands, especially like in the woods and stuff. And when I want just a little bit of penetrating fade with a little bit more glide than like a Firebird. And I'll use this for forehands when I want a little bit more speed and a little bit more glide than that T-Bird with about the same stability, maybe a little bit more stability. Lastly, for control drivers, I have three Firebirds. They're one of my favorite discs right now. They're absolutely dead accurate. The Star one is my most overstable one. I use it primarily for utility shots, thumbers, grenades, things like that. I don't mind throwing it in the woods, banging it up. It's just one of those discs. It's a brick. I can use it for just about anything, forehands, backhands, spike hyzers, whatever. This is my go-to utility disc. And then I have two Sexton Firebirds. Absolutely love the glow, color glow plastic that the Sexton Firebirds come in. Feels great. I have one. The 2018 is a little bit more stable than the 2019. I haven't gotten the 2020 yet. I would like to. But they're my absolute favorite disc right now. They're super accurate. I love throwing them on forehand. They're my go-to forehand discs. And I love using them for anywhere from, even upshots, like 150-foot upshots that need to go right really fast. I'll throw them on a spike hyzer on a forehand. If I need a shot, even a mid-range level shot that needs to be forehand type shape, I'll use a Firebird instead. Just go up and down in speed. But I just love the way it feels in the hand. I love the way it flies. It's very controllable. Like I said, favorite disc right now. If you were going to get one disc out of my bag, I would take that 2019 Sexton Firebird. Next, we can move into the high speed drivers, distance drivers. I have two Destroyers, one in G-Star plastic and one in Champ Blizzard. They're both around 147 grams, which makes them extremely flippy and extremely light, which is great for tailwind shots and for understable shots, like throwing up hills, which there are some in central Pennsylvania if you haven't been here before. And it's also great for just absolute volume. You can rip it on just a slight hyzer, it'll pop up to flat, give it some turn, and then that 3 fade will still kick in at the end and take you towards the basket. I use the G-Star because it sticks to the ground better. The Blizzard gives you some skips and it might give you some extra distance. But I love these two discs. I use them for my farthest distance throws because I don't have the arm to throw the higher stability discs that far. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at different distance drivers. Sometimes understable is just as good as overstable. And lastly, my go-to overstable distance driver is the Force. I have 3. This blue one you won't see throw very much, but it has some mojo. I traded it. He lost it. Somebody else found it. They lost it or threw it in a pond. And then somebody else found it and put it in the box. And then Ed texted me one day and was like, "I found your disc," and I didn't even know it was lost. Actually, I thought my friend lost it, a year and a half ago. Thought I was never going to find it, and somehow it ended up back in my bag. It was one of my first discs. So I was very happy to get this back. It will probably always stay in my bag just because it has such a story and one of my first discs. So I really like it in there. Along with that, my first Ace disc is this 4-time Force. So the Force just has a place in my heart. And actually, after I got an Ace with this, my brother went and bought a Force and put a nice little commemorative hand-drawn stamp on it that I use as decoration. So the Force is one of my favorite discs just because it has so much history with me. In particular, I really like this one in particular, the Ace disc with the flat. It's really glidey. I just like the way it fits in the hand. I would recommend this if you're looking for something overstable. It's kind of similar, I guess, to these two. I've never flown one. Flight numbers are similar. Maybe a little less space, but I really like the Force. And last, I have a new 5-time Force in the crystal plastic. You can see through it. I don't throw it where I think I'll lose it. I always try to keep an eye on it. But it's a little bit more, it has a sharper edge, so I think it actually flies a little faster than the other Forces I have. And it has a little bit more dome to it, which I think makes it a little bit more stable. It flies a little bit more stable. But I really like it to cap off my lineup of Forces. I use it when I'm throwing a Force shot, but I think for headwind. I use it for forehand drive that I really need to come back, or I need to force it over and then have it come back. Just stuff like that. Stuff that you really need a stable distance driver for. That's really my disc. Those discs, in my opinion, really line up with almost all the shots that you'll see in the Center County course that I play. I've never actually played at Juniata. I know that they're planning on making a video for that coming up soon, but I've never played there. If there's any particular holes that you're wondering about, any particular courses, like I said, you can reach out to some of us, watch some of those videos or those walkthroughs. I know there's guys like Tim who throws, an Anheuser putter on a shot that I wouldn't even imagine throwing an Anheuser putter on. So that's something to consider too. I know Ben, who's been doing the voiceover for these videos, has done a great job at explaining things like that throughout the way of, not everybody's going to throw an Anheuser putter for this shot. Most people throw forehand. So I think that keep those things in mind when you come to our area to play, and have fun learning the local routes from the videos before you even get here, and maybe challenge some of us to some rounds. It could be a good time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you you like the videos, and come visit us sometime out here in Center County. Thanks.